This is 2 Cents, the podcast, and I'm your host, Nino. Thank the man upstairs, first of all, for blessing me to wake up, journey out on another day, hopefully, and make it back in one safe peace. Thank you for the people that send us subscriptions. Please continue to subscribe. Click that like button. I appreciate you guys very, very much. I'm going to send some shout-outs. Shout out to my partner, David Parker, USA Podcast. What's going on, Big Marlon? Norris. What up, Donnie? Again, what up, Anthony Humphrey and Alonda Watson? Send my condolences again to your cousin, Don Avery. What up, Sid Massey? What up, Rod Strickland? What up, Dre? What up, Big Herb? What it do? What up, Luther? My man Luther out of Chicago. What up, Big Bruce? Bruce Simmons out of Saginaw, Michigan. What it do? What's going on with you? What up to, let me see who else I'm missing. I know I'm missing some more people. Let me think. Oh, what up to my man Corey? What up to Beasley? What up to Britt Allen? What it do, B? What up, B.A.? What it do? What up to Marco? What up to Anthony Burbis? What it do, Burbo? What's going on? To my nephews, Keith and Jew. What up, Big Foley? What's happening? What up, Papa, Pootie? My other nephews, what it do? My niece, Keisha. What's going on with y'all? What it do? To the ladies that always send me a lot of love and always keep me going on in this journey of podcasting and always keeping me full of topics to give my opinions on and sit down and discuss and talk about. Miss Lucille, Miss Valerie, Miss Valeria, Miss Mary Bell, Miss Shelley, Miss Naomi, Miss Carmen, Miss Ivy, Miss Brittany, Miss Daisy, with Miss Allie, Miss Daisy, boyfriend, Juan. What up, Chapato? What's going on with you? What up with all y'all? And all the other ladies and fellas that I miss. I love y'all, you know what it is. Thank you for riding with me. And please be safe. And we continue on this journey. And whatever you do, get to that bag. Never stop grinding. I'm going to get straight to it. The big sports news have been football is about to start back again. The Dallas Cowboys always, whether they good or bad, always in the news, always in the mainstream. So now, CeeDee Lamb has got his money. Trayvon Diggs got his money. So now Micah Parsons, he's in the 5th year of his rookie contract, but he wants the extension. So now that's the rumblings going around Jerry Well and the Dallas Cowboys. I'm going to break down Micah Parsons' condition. Dallas All-Pro defensive end Micah Parsons released a statement on social media where he said he personally requested a trade out of the Dallas Cowboys to team COO and co-owner Stephen Jones. Parsons, who is heading into the final year of his rookie contract, has been seeking an extension with the team over the offseason to remain in Dallas. It's been a process full of friction and frustration on both sides, and it's now amounted to a situation that has many layers. Micah Parsons is a hell of a pass rusher, one of the top pass rushers in the game. And again, one of the best in the game when he's healthy. Now, and Micah Parsons should get his money. But Jerry now, I believe, is going to see it like this. Micah Parsons got a final year in which, is my understanding right, in this final year, he still is going to receive $24 million because it was a little old something that came in with the 5th year's contract where he still will get $24 million for this single year. I think Jerry is going to go back and possibly take this down to the final straw, long as he can, because, again, a lot of owners don't want to give these big-time players their money, and then as soon as they get their money, and then the performance level that they had before they got their money seemed to decrease. But Micah Parsons, is a heck of a pass rusher. I think he's only one of two players in NFL history to have 12-plus sacks in his first 4 years. And I think Reggie White is the other. Now, T.J. Watts of the Pittsburgh Steelers signed a 3-year, $123 million contract. That's $41 million a year. So, in my estimation, Micah Parsons probably want that or better. But Micah Parsons is demanding a trade, which, honestly, I don't think it would happen. I don't see the Dallas Cowboys letting Micah Parsons go. You can request a trade, but actually being traded is two different things. It's two different animals, in which I don't think Jerry Jones is going to let Micah Parsons go, because Micah Parsons is one of the key players of the Dallas Cowboys. You look at Dallas Cowboys now. Who are their key players? If you just look at by association and possibly by talent, but if you just on the outside looking in, of course, Dak Prescott, who still is a good quarterback. I don't know if he's a great quarterback, and he's getting paid almost top-level money as maybe the top quarterback in the game. I'm talking about he getting paid money you think Patrick Mahomes will be getting on Patrick Mahomes' level. Okay, then you got CeeDee Lamb, who's a great, wide receiver. You got Trayvon Diggs. Then they have George Pickens. And then here comes Micah Parsons. I mean, Dallas Cowboys have solid players, but maybe the players that you have, the solid players, then the players that you set on an apex level higher than the players, and that would be Micah Parsons would be one of them too. But, I understand Micah Parsons wants his money. I do. I understand he wants his money. But, champ, you got to remember this too, Micah Parsons. You are getting $24 million this year. I mean, $24 million for 1 year ain't bad, even though I know that you want a contract extension, and I think Jerry will finally do it. But Jerry, he going to always play it close to the end. So, I mean, maybe Micah Parsons just should play the year out. If he want to sit out, it's his choice. So, we'll just see. I mean, I don't know what's going to go on, but we'll just see. The difference between requesting a trade and being traded. See, there's many layers in this. The Cowboys have shown no interest in moving Parsons, and it's unlikely that changes. Why would they move Parsons? Parsons has been one of the most prolific pass rushers in the league over his final 4 years. One of only two players in NFL history to register 12 or more sacks in each of his first 4 NFL seasons, along with the great Hall of Famer, Philadelphia Eagles, and Green Bay Packers, and he's now no longer with us, Reggie White. As I said, Micah Parsons has put up great numbers. Now, again, it's been lately in his career, some games where they was big-time games, Micah Parsons haven't showed up. And I hear a lot of people, that's what the get back is about Micah Parsons. Maybe this is why Jerry is kind of hesitating, because Micah Parsons has been labeled to not always show up in big games. But again, the kid is one of only two players in his first 4 NFL seasons to register 12 or more NFL sacks alongside the great Reggie White. And that's heck of a company to be keeping. Players like that don't come around often. And the Cowboys know that. Anybody know that. We love Michael. Stephen Jones said in December, I can't imagine there is any scenario where he will not be wearing the star on his helmet. Man, they going to sign Micah Parsons. They going to sign Micah Parsons. Jerry loves a drummer. Micah Parsons not going nowhere, I don't think. Micah Parsons is not going nowhere. And then I'm saying like this, for this year, Micah Parsons, wherever you go, you get $24 million for this year. $24 million. Me, myself, I would play for this debt. I mean, I know that you always want to secure your future. That's why you want to sign an extension of the contract. You always got to look for the next day, the next month, the next year, the next hour, because you have a family. But you are getting $24 million this year. I mean, I was just going to play. Jerry, I believe, is going to give you the money. But, you know, go back from Emmitt Smith to Dez Bryant to Michael Irvin. Jerry going to play it almost, you know, to the closest, because he has the most lucrative franchise in sports history. He has one of the franchises in sports history that everybody keeps their eyes open for and keep their ears close to the streets to hear what's going on with the Dallas Cowboys. So Jerry's going to play it close, but I think Micah Parsons will get his money. The Cowboys are on the side of the equation that has the most of the leverage in the negotiation as it stands, which leads into the second layer. Parsons is still under contract, set to receive $24 million. Did y'all hear me, people? $24 million as a part of his 5-year option in 2025, this year. After that, the team has the ability to franchise tag Parsons twice, with the projected price tag coming in at around $26.5 million next season and $31.8, basically $32 million the year after that. Now, say that Jerry and them don't give Micah Parsons this extension. I mean, man, come on, bro. Next year, you'll get $27 million in the following year. If they label you with the franchise tag, you will get $32 million. That's still some nice money. That's still some nice money. Now, I know Micah Parsons figured, you know, I think he's looking at T.J. Watt's contract. T.J. Watt's of the Pittsburgh Steelers contract. $41 million a year, you know, that ain't no chump change either. That's a nice piece of payroll. You know, that's some M's. That's some commas and some zeros. I'm not gonna even, you know, play with you about that. That's some real money. But say Micah Parsons, they don't sign Micah Parsons. They don't give him an extension. And then they can franchise tag him next year for $27 million, in the following year, $32 million. But I just don't think Jerry gonna let it go that far. Again, I just don't really think that. With the current outlook on the pass rushers market, noticeably with Pittsburgh's T.J. Watt that I was mentioning, signing a 3-year, $123 million extension contract with the Pittsburgh Steelers, which equates out to $41 million a year. Those numbers are noticeably less than what the Cowboys would have to pay Parsons if they decide to make him the highest paid non-QB in the NFL. And that's what Micah Parsons is looking for. That's what Micah Parsons is looking for, and I was going to get to. Micah Parsons want to be one of the highest paid players in the NFL, period. Not one of the highest paid NFL players for the position he played. One of the highest paid players in the NFL, period, no matter what position that comes into play. The third layer involves, or maybe more, can be more accurately described as a lack of involvement with Parsons' agent, David Mulugheta. Again, let me mention his agent, David Mulugheta. Back in April, Cowboys owners and general manager Jerry Jones told reporters at the league meetings that he and Parsons had held discussions and had came to agreements on most aspects of the contract. To agreements again on came to agreements on most aspects of the contract, which signaled that Jones considered those conversations in negotiation. Well, you know, Jerry will say one thing and always mean another. Come on, man, big time money people, you can't believe that. You can't really believe nothing, people, till it's signed on the dotted line. For we know Jerry Jones and Micah Parsons might not even had sit down and had, conversations at the league. What he was saying when the reporter was asking him that back in April at the league meetings. Jerry just gonna always keep you, he gonna keep you off track of what he's really thinking, because that's Jerry Jones, and that's instant media, and he know one thing: whether it's negative or good publicity, the Dallas Cowboys publicity is money. So for what we know, Jerry Jones and Micah Parsons might not even sit down and talk back in April. They might not. But like I say, I wouldn't think nothing is straight solid or confirmed till it's on the dotted line. But I don't think Micah Parsons is going nowhere. And I sure don't see them trading him or letting him go. He's too much of an important piece of their puzzle. They not letting Micah Parsons go. I don't see it. Fourth on the layer, and arguably the most important layer, that's leverage, whether it be the Dallas Cowboys and Jerry Jones, or whether it be Micah Parsons. It's what negotiations are all about. The Cowboys have leverage in the sense that they have Parsons under contract and can franchise tag him twice if they desire to do so. That's not to say that Parsons is not without any leverage in this spot. But since he's under contract, if the Cowboys don't trade him or he opts to sit out of games, he will lose a significant amount of his money. And I think that's why I say Micah Parsons will play. Don't lose your $24 million, man. I know you want, extension, because extension means that you can wrap it up, you got money for the future, and you're going to be solid. And I believe Micah Parsons really wants to be a Dallas Cowboy, but this is a business, and that's what Jerry using this. This is a business. That's why he's playing this long game with Micah Parsons. The long game is he's stalling out. Jerry know what he want to do now. The Dallas Cowboys know what they want to do now. Stephen Jones know what they want to do now. But they're going to play that long game with Micah Parsons, and they're not going to trade him, even though he requested trade. So my thought would be Micah Parsons, and of course, it's your own opinion. I'm not letting no money go. $24 million this year is not bad. I would play. Now, I will be kind of upset if next year comes around and you try to franchise tag me for $27 million, which actually be 26.5. Then, of course, if you don't sign no extension, or if you don't give me no extension by the following year, which I'm reported to supposed to make $32 million against the salary cap, then by that time, I'm already thinking I'm out of here. It shouldn't even take that long. But in my mind, Jerry's going to sign Micah Parsons. People, Jerry is just doing what Jerry does. He keep everybody off balance. Jerry is a slick businessman. He's slick. He might not always know what he's doing football savvy or football wise, but he's a heck of a businessman. And look at it right now. This controversy about signing Micah Parsons to an extension is already building a lot of attention on social media, which is nothing but giving the Dallas Cowboys as a brand more money. That's how Jerry like to keep it up, where it's negative or where it's positive. Where you got ESPN and Stephen A. Smith talking about it, or I done seen Skip Bayless talking about it, or whoever chime in about it. Uncle Shay, whoever chime, or many other, Marcellus Wiley, Nick Wright, whoever sportscasters want to talk about this, Jerry knows what he's doing, because this is publicity. And one thing Jerry loves is publicity, because when you have the brand that you have, the Dallas Cowboys, publicity doesn't do nothing but make money. And we know Jerry is all about money. Who rich man isn't about money? So in summary, in the end, who budges first? Will Parsons cave in and play, or will he sit out of games and lose his game checks? Or will Jerry Jones and the Dallas Cowboys repeat some of their history, agreeing to extensions after training camp and before the season. That's what I really think will happen, the latter of it. But if the latter don't have, then the first part of it, Micah Parsons, play and get your money, man. It's a game with this. Don't sit down and lose your $24 million, man. Get your money. $24 million still is a lot of money, do-re mi. Can you imagine people love $24 million? I'm talking about people, $24 million is a lot of money to accumulate in a lifetime. And you can get that in 1 year. My advice to Micah Parsons would be, hey, young man, hey, nephew, go ahead and play. You're a great talent. The Dallas Cowboys need you. Go hard. Now you see they playing this game with you. Be you. You know, come up big in big games. But I think Jerry's going to sign you because, like I say, Jerry likes to play close to the best. And they will sign you before the season if it get to a point where you're going to sit out. Now, if you're going to use your leverage and sit out, then I know he's going to sign you. But don't think about that then. You sit out, you're not getting proper training, you're not getting them reps, and if you come back, you're prone to get injured because you're not in training camp or nothing like that. But, of course, it's your choice. Breaking down Micah Parsons' condition. Micah Parsons won a contract extension. He's in the 5th year of his rookie contract. He's going to receive $24 million this year, definitely. But Micah Parsons not only want to be the highest paid pass rusher after seeing a contract like T.J. Watt's $123 million for 3 years, $41 million a year for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Micah Parsons want to be one of the highest paid football players, period. The position doesn't even come into the equation. He just want to be one of the highest paid football players, period. Breaking down Micah Parsons' condition. 2 cents, the podcast. I'm Nino. Thank you.